Left hand is on the elbow, right hand is on the hip. Pressure down. Push into him a little bit so he pushes back. Corkscrew this arm and make space for him to fall into. Reach underneath, grab his arm, control his elbow, sit over, and then I want to sandwich in between the knee and the heel. Move. Sweat a bit. Move. So he's kind of turtled. I've got control of his arm. I can post, lift up and drive my knee through, trying not to hit him in the head because that's illegal. Then hook this, pull it back. I can obviously cross face him here as well, try and get him to tap at that point. But then I want to go to striking at this point. This sucks. Get out of this without rolling. So do the punching template, which is I need to have pressure on him. I need to have my weight on his lower back. And I go same side of his head as my side, opposite side of his head. Uppercut with the opposite hand. Make space, uppercut with that hand. Control the head, control the hips. Hit the knee up as high to the ceiling as you can get it. And then drive it through to get your side arm where I've been dragging him. My right hand's on his hip, right? That's where we got to. What we're going to do is a crack down or a spiral right, they call it, to turn him over. Because obviously I can hit him here, but I want him face up so I can submit him. So my hand that's on his elbow is going to stay there. My other hand is going to corkscrew through his hip, like that. So it goes from his hip bone to the inside of his thigh and rotates palm out. Look what it does to his body. Now as I do that, I need to make space, otherwise I pull him onto my own leg and he won't flip over. So there's a turn and then I can turn him to this position and get to what they call a gift wrap position, which is really good for ground and pound obviously. Go back. So I spun him down, I'm going to put my left hand on his elbow, my right hand's going to go from his hip to the inside of his thigh and rotate outwards. And as I do this, I kind of push into him a little bit, so that he's going to push back towards me, which allows me to spin him there. As he turns, that elbow's going to come back, get your weight on top of it and grab the wrist. From there, obviously you can start turning him back or stamp over to this position, and this is called a gift wrap. It's hard for him to move, and he's going to eat a lot of shots. Okay, do you want to see it again?
Yes.
Okay, so he's back up. Left hand is on the elbow, right hand is on the hip. Pressure down. Push into him a little bit so he pushes back. Corkscrew this arm and make space for him to fall into. Reach underneath, grab his arm, control his elbow, sit over, and then I want to sandwich in between the knee and the heel. Move. Sweat a bit. Move. So if he goes belly down, that's fine, go belly down. I mean, that's worse, obviously. Okay, off you go with your partner. To his side, then I go gift wrap. I get this here, I control it, I stamp over, and now I squeeze it between my back knee behind his back, and this on his hips. Move. So he can't move back towards me, go, because this is stopping it. So his only real option is, which way? Yeah, belly down, which is exactly what I want to come up to your knees. Oh, don't come up to your knees. Okay, then I've got good position. Right, if, go back, turtle, he flips all the way to his back, fine, you just go side control. Okay, so it doesn't really matter, we're still on top. That's the main thing with MMA, stay on top. So he may flip onto his side, in which case gift wrap it. He may flip onto his back, in which case side control him. Off you go. Doesn't really matter. No. Okay, so we're here, we've got him here, and we've got this control position. What I'm going to do now, turn this way a little bit. We're going to go to the crucifix or stopped position. So I'm going to take the weight on top of him and drive my knee through so that I separate his elbow from his body. Because currently he's in the fetal position like that, on the, a little bit outside. Cool, so I drop my knee down and I kick this out a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going to hook it with this foot and pull it back and cross my feet. Now I can obviously reach in with the opposite hand, and now he's got no hands to block those strikes. I've tied up both of his hands. The only way he can really get out of this is to tuck his head and roll over this shoulder. So if he does, I follow him, and obviously then I'm on his back, or I can push his head down, sit like this, and then get here, Gary Goodrich, UFC, whatever it was for. That's a legal elbow, because it's not 12 to 6, because 12 to 6 is that way. This is 3 to 9. So you could do this still in the UFC now. Okay, which will lead to a big block there. So he's kind of turtled. I've got control of his arm. I can post, lift up and drive my knee through, trying not to hit him in the head because that's illegal. Then hook this, pull it back. I can obviously cross face him here as well, try and get him to tap at that point. But then I want to go to striking at this point. This sucks. Get out of this without rolling. When you're ready. You're unconscious, never mind. Okay, so he rolls over that shoulder. I follow him, and then what I want to do is not have his head resting on my belly, so I turn like this, because now it's much harder for him to get out. I want to grab the outside of his palm, straighten arm out. It's harder for him. Okay, off you go. You can drive that through properly to knee him in the head, but you're not driving. Okay, he's going to hook that hand, pull it out, cross his ankles. Cool, reach the opposite hand through to grab the wrist, start punching. Okay. He has had enough, so he rolls over the right shoulder, and you follow him. You move away, so his head's on your belly. This is not a pinning position. If you don't knock them out or submit them, they're going to wriggle out. It's not that stable, but give him a few hammers and a few elbows. He's had enough, he starts to slide away or starts to get out. You're going to have to transition, exactly. So when you feel like you're losing it, like, ooh, they're almost out, boom, you should turn instantly and get back on top. Rather than let them wriggle out, spin up, and then you're on your back. So it's about knowing when you've lost the position. Like, I've got you, or haven't got you, I need to get out quick. Make sense? So maybe after a couple of shots, the person starts sliding away or bridging up, and you're like, basically, as soon as their head leaves your body, you've probably lost the position. Instantly transition to side control them out. Go! Just the post on the neck and knee them until they fall over. Okay, so once I've got them here, so my ground and pound template is this side of the head, this side of the head, uppercut, uppercut. Okay, so that they're getting overwhelmed. Because if I just hit him here, he's going to put that hand up. So then I go here, so he's blocking with that. Then I hit with that uppercut, and I go back here. Then I hit with that uppercut. That's the one, that's a sneaky one. That is a bit of a one that people don't expect. From here, vertical fist, palm up, straight underneath the chin. And then if he's kind of, I feel like he's wilting, he's wanting to give up, I'll give him a reason to give up. So I push on his head, push on his hips, run back, knee him in the body, and then I can turn over and get to side control. That works. That really takes people's will to fight away, because they're like, oh, what the? And they just kind of flop over to this. So doing the punching template, which is I need to have pressure on him, I need to have my weight on his lower back, and I go same side of his head as my side, opposite side of his head, uppercut with the opposite hand, make space, uppercut with that hand. Control the head, control the hips, get the knee up as high to the ceiling as you can get it, and then drive it through to get your side control. Don't break each other's ribs, off you go! Because they'll use it as a chance to escape. So I'm hitting him, I feel like you kind of feel it when you're hurting people. Kind of all the energy goes out of their body. And I'm like, and then, ooh, excellent opportunity. So I stuff his head down and I keep his leg up high, you see? All this leg doesn't matter. And then it's the point of the knee to the floating ribs, which will spin him around. Point to the knee, floating ribs, not his main ribs. You have two ribs here, which are not attached to your sternum, which are easy to break. So you're aiming for here, not here, because he's got his lat muscle there, right in that bit. Off you go. Kick your ribs a little bit, arm drag, spin him down, and now you've got a couple of options for turning him over. What was the first one? That was the second one, wasn't it? Spiral right to gift wrap. Second one, crucifix to turn over. You can just crank his neck here, that will also do it. You can also lift and then bulldog choke, which is a nasty submission. So here I lift his chin up with this one, I feed this one through into a headlock position, and then I sit my hip in front of his shoulder and squeeze. See if you can resist it. Or third option, off you go, from the stand up.